Hello, my name is Kamau. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be your raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the words. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love for the whole other ignorance. And that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Steelers going up against the Chiefs. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards on the first down.
I think that's a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. It's a run to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the trolley.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on third and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and it usually gives you an advantage in running it.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover. Because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Have to admit, a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
But how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now the Steelers' second-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now here comes Kansas City. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Surveying the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness
Fake ass shit right there, boy.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 45 yards. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return. I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They come out here in the air. They'll try and run for him with Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a big-time run right there. And right now, he is in a groove. He is locked in, and all he wants is the football. But it's not just him. He's locked in really well with his offensive line. They're motivated now to continue to fire out and find some gaps and some creases for him to run in. And guess what? If he continues to do this, they can take it, traverse it all the way downfield because he wants to finish in the end zone.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll get it up the middle. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. A sea of Chiefs jerseys in there that time to make the stop. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Garden. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Until this point in the second quarter, now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. Second down. Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. They practice this all week. Pretty clear payoff there. Threw it downfield. Made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side to the tight end Wolford. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. They'll get 17 yards there. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here we go, first and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, they got to figure out a way to out-leverage guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Everyone understood their role on that play. Third and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, and they found the opening and exploited it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. But at least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with a field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. How to continue that, and when they finally drop a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or maybe just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now they'll run it here on tackle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Time to step aside. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol, and they'll run it here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A nice gain of 21 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat on blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing run incomplete.
The thing about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Brown, the lone receiver left. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Boswell's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them the whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire out deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that play was when every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll throw down on the final play. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's going to get this in inside the 30. Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up and it is set on the give, this is their fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup and it moves the chains.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll say no gain on the play there, and that will be 3rd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside. There didn't work out well.
Yeah, from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We're back now in KC. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Red zone opportunity. And they'll go on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. That'll bring up second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now Roethlisberger on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense. No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case... And that's caught inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert, then get that onside kick. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule...